Alright, we're going to go one extra segment here for 90 minutes. And this is today's chart, and it's very important that we understand how to play half diminished chords. Okay? So let's ignore this for a minute. It can get confusing, but this is the fretboard for the D minor arpeggios. Okay, and that's a good substitution. If you add the seventh to the D minor, wherever it is, and that's a D minor shaped arpeggio. Okay, the Dorian. It's going to be different shapes. Talk about shapes. It's going to be different shapes. Look, here's a D minor shaped D minor. But here's a C minor shaped D minor, 6, 2, 4, 6. Here's D minor shaped D minor is just 6, 2, 4. 25 or 6, 2, 4. Alright, then you have an A minor shaped D minor, 6, 2, 4. Okay, and I'm not sure exactly where they are on the keyboard, but so D minor can, 2 minor can take on different shapes. It could take on a G minor shape. There's 2, 4, 6. You know that's root now, right? You know that's root. E minor shaped D minor. Too easy. Too easy. You're going to mess it up if you don't just accept it as, here it is, 6, 2, 4. It's second inversion, just like a regular E is second inversion for the finger notes. Okay, so where are we with this? 6, 2, 4 way up here. We're on Dorian. That would be, for me, I can play it way down here or way up here. Way up here would be cool too, I guess. So this is where the 2 is. That's where the bar is. It's okay, and then those 3 that go up like that, it's that would be the 6th up there. So, no, 6, 2, 4. Right, that's the F. Now from 4, we're going to go to the 6th again. That's going to be a major third, but it's warped up 1. Right? Boom, boom, just 1 fret. Because the tuning of this is not this. Okay, so when we're doing our D minor here, right? 4, 6. So it's going to be warped up. And then it's a regular interval between the top 2 strings. So 6 goes to 2 is a perfect 4th. And in guitar, a perfect 4th is usually straight up, unless it's going from the 5th string from the bottom, or the 3rd string from the top to the 2nd string from the top. So if I refer to them that way, that should be a little easier to figure out, because if regular convention calls this string 1, this string 2, this string 3, if I just call this string 3 from the top, string 2 from the top, string 1 from the top, I think that'll, keep people a little focused, kind of fool you into realizing we're talking about the same strings. So from string 3 to the top to string 2 to the top is a major third going straight up, but then we go back to P4 tuning with string 2 from the top and string 1 from the top. 1 from the top is 1. Anyway, so there are different inversions of the D minor there. Alright, let's finish up and see what we got. I find that a lot of times we never get past A. Okay? So the A shape, let's look at it. Let's look at the A shape. Our A-shaped half diminished would be, it's just 1 down from the C shape, right? So here's root. We want an A-shaped root right here. Thank you. 5 root 3. That's where you put your fingers for the A shape. It's off the 5th because E would be the 5th of A if you played an open A-shaped A. This is A-shaped C. So there's your A-shaped C by the fingers. 5 root 3. If we drop each one of them down, so it's 5 root 3, that's a second inversion C. If we drop one of them down just on the white keys, you get 4, 7, and 2, which is F, B, and D. So it would go 4, 5 goes to 4, root goes to 7, and 3 goes to 2. So if we're looking in that A box, that's what we're looking at, a nice easy chord right there. You could bar it and just hit that 7, and you've almost got, but what do you got on top? You got a 5. You don't want that. Maybe we could hit the 6 instead and get that minor 7, B half diminished minor 7th. Okay. I'm not sure what inversion is, but that looks pretty close. That's the A shape. Let's move along, because that's what we usually do. We don't move along the cage, the 5 of them. Okay. Let's move along to the G shape. All right, and and this is what it was. This is what we were playing pretty much. We barred it here or something. We played the 7 and the 6. Could have hit that 4 out there, but 4 or 2 is an even change. They're both important scale members or note members of the triad. So that's not really a good trade-off there. But it might be easier for you to bar this, hit the 7 and the 4 and the 6. Okay, instead of just barring it, because that way, if it's a weak bar, if you're barring it with your fingers, okay, you want to hit the 7 and you're going to hit the 6. You want to hit that 4 if you can. Well, it's kind of difficult. See how weak that 2 is? Just like that, these 2 notes, as opposed to it can, you can have a weak bar like that and just replace it with a fingered note if you can get it. Anyway, moving on to G, and we're going. This is the last segment. It's going to be 90 minutes. We're not going to go 10 tens. I don't want to keep you that long. So if we drop everything down 1, we end up with this. So what do we got? A G-shaped C here. All right, here's all our numbers, and this is actually the G cage. Thank you again. So the G-shaped C is going to be a root-shaped C right here. Root 3, 5. Okay. Drop it down 1, raw, and what do we get? We get 7. The 3 goes to a 2. And the 5 goes up the map to a 4. Where's that 4? It's right there on the same string. Don't panic, because we can always arpeggiate it. So we're going to find that 4 somewhere up here where this 5 in the C dropped to this 4. Because remember, we've got a G-shaped C here, okay? So in your normal G-shaped C, you've got this situation here. So that's the shape that takes on. In the E shape here, we've got the 5 root 3, our normal E-shaped root, and then drop each one of them down to a 4, 7, and a 2. So we've got this chord right here. You could bar that 7 and just play this 4, 7, and have that open and hit this 6. And that's pretty much the way that you phrase a half diminished on the in the root position. That's probably the chord that you're going to hear played a lot. That's the one to learn right here. See you next time.